Welcome back to Azran Legacy. So let's continue traveling the world in search of the eggs.
Stop ignoring me!
Off we go. Off we go to potentially Wales or the Alps or maybe Switzerland.
Later, Keats. We'll solve puzzles later. Okay.
So let's see. We've been to the Alps. We've been to Loch Ness. We've been to England. We've been to, I think, the Amazon. We've been to good old America. Oh yeah, and also Spain. Sorry. South America.
Arriba. Alright, go on.
Oh, that was an awfully bumpy journey. I thought the Bostonius was going to flip over at one point or crash into those windmills.
I trust everyone is alright.
Yes.
Of course, don't worry, Raymond. Luke's just a bit of a scaredy cat, that's all.
The drone adds Eddie. How old are you?
Pointed even laugh.
Excuse me for having self-preservation on the mind.
I swear to God, cat, if you keep doing that, you're not getting fed.
Yes.
Wait, we were feeding the cat?
Raymond has been. Raymond, as you're going to learn later, Joe, but Raymond.
It's your job. You talk to the animals.
Hey, just because you aren't frightened doesn't mean that we shouldn't be.
True. I'm afraid I wasn't prepared for such a strong headwind. My inability to predict this development is a stain on my reputation. Also, I have been the one that has been feeding the cat. Thank you.
Self-preservation issues? More like skill issue. Anyway.
Go ahead.
Don't be so hard on yourself. The weather's nothing if not unpredictable.
That is true. Yes.
You're just trying to find a big excuse to take the piss out of me.
Remember where we're all from, except these two. Aurora and Beardy.
I'm sensing something. The light of the Azran shines brighter in this area. You being scared will take the piss out of you, Luke.
You know, you think you're funny, but you're not.
You having a giggle there, mate?
Funny
person taking the big out of a child.
Funny is a subjective call, Luke.
Oh.
Go ahead, Sheree.
You seem really confident about that, Aurora. Yeah,
I mean, she only has a
me as a child bully.
Radar. I mean, of course she's confident. She's only a flipping, living Azran egg radar.
Yes, it's as though I'm being guided by some powerful force.
We call that the
It's the will of the force, Squibs.
Well, that's gotta be a good sign, right?
Well, the force does do whatever the script says it does. So.
Yeah.
The Azran are practically showing us the way.
How nice of them.
See, Jova, the Azrans were just, a nice kind of civilization.
I urge you all to take care. I shall be here, awaiting your return. Well, to be fair to you, when has ever been an ancient civilization in any of these pieces of media where the ancient civilization wasn't an assholes that destroyed themselves?
Sonic Frontiers.
Okay, that's one.
Arguably, okay, I was gonna say the Chozos in Metroid, but no. They have their share of being assholes.
Most of them meant well.
Not as much as the Federation, I guess, but still.
Oh, that's the thing. Up until Other M and Zero Mission, the Federation actually weren't stupid.
It's a larger topic, but requires to be talked later.
This village goes by the name of Hoogland. It is a farming community nestled deep within the mountains.
I can say Neverland because another name for a country is
Holland.
My word, it's terribly windy. I ought to watch the windows and blow my hat clean off.
Yes, that would be such a shame. You do well to watch out, Professor. Look at the size of those windmills. It must take quite a gust to get them turning.
Why,
and then the wind blows Layton's hat off, but it's okay because we're in the prequel trilogy, so it's okay for us to see what he looks like without his hat.
Seeing things like this is a real reminder of what a force nature can be. It's outstanding. And if Aurora thinks there's an egg around here, then I can't wait to get started on our investigation.
Oh, fancy an egg hunt, do we?
Yes.
That's basically what this is.
Yeah, it's Easter.
It's a world scale Easter.
Damn.
A perfect way to celebrate both the Easter Bunny and Jesus Christ return from the dead.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunity for you to hone your talents as a photographer too, Emmy.
Definitely. My shadow's going to get a real workout.
And yet
Hey,
still no pictures of
See, kids,
Spider-Man.
this was back when you needed to actually develop your photos.
Hey,
that costed actually quite a lot. So be thankful that you have everything, at the tip of your hands today.
In some cases, you still do have to develop your photos.
Sure, but
how.
you know that digital it comprises at least the 90% of.
Also, Sycamore, if you want pictures of Spider-Man, you can go get them yourself.
Alright.
Oh God, that cow's stare.
Yes.
That cow has seen some stuff.
Alright, I'll be this guy.
This guy too.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Travelers, are we? It is well to find us all on the way out here. Oh my god.
What is?
Can he even?
Are those supposed to be
What is he?
glasses?
What is
Yeah.
he? What is he seeing? I wonder if he can see.
Excuse me, sir. Would you mind having your photograph taken? It's
asked
like
because-
the whole anime thing, and like the eyes just blowing up when you
It's
put
like-
glasses
it's-
on, and they're super
it-
tiny when you take
Yeah,
them off.
it's like both of his eyes are looking at opposite directions. Like it's like he's cross-eyed. I just.
Not only that, but even if those were glasses, there's no frame for those glasses. There's no ridge over the nose. There's no handles to the ears. So for all we know,
So, two
those are
monocles?
his actual eyes.
Two monocles maybe? I don't know. A photograph of me? Right you are, young lady. I suppose I'd better strike a pose for you then.
Oh, nice. This is a great photo. Right, one more.
Jesus, you.
Hey, I
give
don't give
Emmy-
my consent,
You give me a hand. You give Emmy a hand, and she takes until the fucking.
Well,
elbow.
there's the fact that he said I guess I should make a pose kind of implies that he's consenting.
Yeah.
I mean, if I told you, hey, Dwebs, do you want a cake? And you said, ooh, I will definitely be using my fork with this. Obviously, I would assume that you say that means yes. Go on.
True, Pedro, but I think the follow-up will be like that bit in Asterix and Cleopatra where he says, I'm cutting 3 pieces and then there are 2 things left and he gets the rest.
I guess. Go ahead, Chiri.
A wedding? How wonderful. And it's the perfect day for it, too.
And now Amy gets to...
possibly
Alright,
go
and
wrong?
Amy's like, oh, great, since to take some wedding photos. Amy's basically the prompto of this game, basically.
You know, no joke though. I could totally see Emmy getting pictures of Spider-Man just based off of her natural ability alone.
A pretty young lady like you would make a fine bride.
You can see her scaling the buildings and everything too.
If you say so.
Oh, I do. Now you'd better hurry if you want to catch a glimpse of the bride. See you around, eh? Now,
Isn't it a bad luck for us to be seeing the bride before her wedding?
No, that only accounts for the groom. Isn't it?
Yeah, I know. But
I'm also
still.
pretty sure it counts for some countries and not all of them. I can tell you that for mine, we really don't have that kind
No,
of thing.
over here we don't have that either.
What wedding traditions do you have?
Here's the tradition, Jova, over here at least. Do you? Yes. Do you? Yes. Okay, you're married. Kiss. Bye. There you go.
No, I'm pretty sure everyone does it, throwing rice at the couple as they exit the church, sometimes very violently, even if they don't want to.
Me and Vanessa, we just went to the register and we just signed papers and that's it.
Also,
No.
the following
Oh,
part,
so you didn't have the big ceremony.
To be perfectly honest, neither me or her gave a shit about that, so
it's
whatever.
more of a case
I can
of,
understand that.
in a lot of countries, Jova, the separation between state and religion means that if you want to just, marry or civilly, as it's called here.
Go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Professor. I plan to multitask. We'll be leaving here with a stack of wedding photos and the Azran egg.
Priorities.
But it's
Oh.
not even any of our
Daring today, aren't we, Emmy?
Like,
I
usually
don't
the
really
idea
plan
of
on
weddings.
getting married.
Well, Professor,
And no, I got it. Sycamore's like, "What about you, Professor? Have you ever thought about getting married?" And then Layton has a flashback to Claire, like big traumatic flashback with him.
Not really.
I think we haven't seen much of the pose of the professor taking his top hat down to close his eyes and the equivalent of his face palm.
We're gonna see that later in the climax too. So.
Oh, what a fresh breeze.
He only does that when he's upset about something. So.
What's wrong, Professor?
Brace yourselves, everyone.
I remember he did it a lot in the crossover, so I guess it depended on the writer.
And lo and behold, right there in the background, you can see Dorothy and
tornado shit.
And
Yes, the famous all these tornadoes.
and you cannot. Well, if you look at the background, you can see Dorothy and Toto flying around in the tornado as well.
And you might see a hedgehog and a fox.
And there she is. There's the bride.
Oh. Yeah, that bit in Home Alone 3 where they're asking questions about the aunt and that, and then everyone's like, what do I do with a tornado?
What in the world was that? I'm surprised it didn't blow these houses away.
But the cutscene showed a place getting blown away.
Look around, Luke. It kind of did.
There you go, Dibs. There you go, Dibs.
Exactly. Look, were you even paying attention?
Probably not, because he had to cover his eyes from the wind.
Hey, I was looking. Emmy was looking. What's Luke's excuse?
Look, Luke. Maybe
They're made of different stuff.
Maybe Luke
You
missed.
see the wedding party?
Maybe-
He seemed completely undeterred by what just happened.
Dick Layton. Maybe Luke missed it. No, we can't all be as perfect as you. Jeez.
Maybe he's onto something.
I just said it wasn't just me.
Maybe he really is onto something.
Mr. Duarte, are you the one not paying attention?
Just Layton.
Just
I think they
Layton.
were still considering going ahead with the ceremony after witnessing such destruction to the village. How terrible astonishing.
Well, to be fair, given how determined people are to get married on wedding days,
It really is. Let's find out where they're headed, Professor. There must be someone around here who can tell us.
Okay then. Let's search.
don't tell me. Part of the wedding is to then sacrifice the wedding couple to appease the weather here.
All right, Dibs. All right.
Throw them into the tornado.
All right, Dibs. You'll be the shepherd. And Shiro, I guess, can be the sheep.
Also, that's a big sandwich next to it.
Yeah, cast the Welsh person as a sheep.
I know, bloody stereotype, bro.
Fine. Do you want to be the shepherd instead?
Don't eat the bread like that. There's a coin in it.
Yes, there's a hint coin in the bread.
So we just ate the bread. Thank you. We'll be taking it.
And we
We
found
didn't
a.
even ask permission. We just walked up, chomp, and steal the
Let's
monkey.
go.
God, that sheep has seen some shit.
Yes.
Excuse me. The bride who was just over there. Do you know where she was going?
Everyone here has a 1,000-yard stare.
Mm-hmm.
With the tornadoes.
Well, yeah, maybe that's exactly it. They have actually seen some shit, actually. So, yeah.
Dang. And all without hitting 88 miles per hour.
Basically, yep.
Bride? You mean we're married, do you, eh?
I suppose so. I was hoping to take some photographs of the ceremony, you see.
That's forbidden. The tornado god does not like that.
The tornadoes are anti-paparazzi.
It's an alternate continuity where Wales gets infested regularly by tornadoes.
Hoogland got really petty over the years.
Oh, so you want to take a photograph of Rebelda, but not of one of me, eh? This puzzle will teach you to be so rude.
Hey, this puzzle is punishment, you creep.
Yeah, okay. Since you guys brought the idea up earlier, yeah, to me, everyone here has a Welsh accent.
Sure.
Counting sheep.
Counting sheep, of course.
This farmer has a flock of around 400 sheep.
Jesus.
Keen to find out the exact number, he started counting. He counted them in batches, hoping to save time, but lost track at the end anyway. All he remembers is that when he counted them 3 at a time, he had 1 left over. When he counted them 4 at a time, he had 2 left over. When he counted them 5 at a time, he had 4 left over, and when he counted them 7 at a time, he had 2 left over. Can you work out how many sheep he has?
Think multiples.
A flock of 400 sheep. How do you even keep track of that?
With many dogs, I guess.
In great coordination.
Like even the entire, it's like a family business, I guess.
I also love how he's shearing them, and some of them are black sheep. Nice touch. Oh, look at that! All that wool. All right, so let's think about this. When he counts 3 at a time, you had 1 left over. When he counted them 4 at a time, you had 2 left over. When he counted 4 at a time, you had 4 left over.
So yes, you have to use math in this one.
Yes, good old-fashioned math. Now let's see. If he counted them 4 at a time, 2. Let's get a hint for this one. When he had counted them 5 at a time, he had 4 left over. This means that if you divide the total number of sheep by 5, you'd have a remainder of 4. Think about which numbers produce a remainder of 4 when you divide them by 5, and you'll see they all end with a 4 or a 9. The total number of sheep in the farmer's flock must end with 4 or 9.
So where do you have one? The numbers got figured out.
Shiroi, you're the specialist. How do you even maintain a flock of 400 sheep?
Probably like Tio said, dogs.
I guess.
You kind of need that, quantity of willpower, manpower. In case that dogs help too.
And look at the bright side, Shiroi. At least this guy is actually shearing sheep with actual tools, unlike Vanille, who just yanks the shit off. So there's that.
Well, that made me wonder already also at the start of the puzzle. Shepherding and shearing as a tradition as old as mankind when you really get down to it. But I do wonder what natural way did sheep remove their excessive wools before it outgrow them? Like scratching on trees or something? I wonder.
Do you happen to know the answer?
Could you repeat that?
Go ahead.
I was pondering, Shiroi, again, shepherding and grazing a sheep is, a tradition that is old as mankind, But I do wonder, considering sheep were around a bit before that, what would have been the natural way a sheep would, remove the excessive wool before it outgrows them? Like scratching onto trees or something? I don't know.
I don't know, actually.
Okay, Emmy.
Well,
time to shine.
That's a mystery for another day.
Bring on the next one.
There we go. Shear class. The farmer has 394 sheep. 6 more and he'd have exactly 400. Look at all that wool.
Also, Stan Lee, what are you doing there?
Good question.
Look, I was trying to visit this place for the that reminds me, Shiro, I don't think I've shown you, but Kojima once won an award that was delivered to him by Stan Lee, and he even presented Kojima as, and I'm quoting him, "I present you the creator of the fantastic Metal Gear Solid franchise, Hideo Kojima." So there you go. He got to receive an award from Stan Lee himself. So that was pretty cool.
That's fun. There, we've solved your puzzle. Now will you tell us the way to the wedding ceremony?
I suppose I could.
Just a minute.
I mean, she said, please.
Please.
No, Dwibs. You gotta say now in a minute.
Sure.
Do you want to go? You want to go to
the game next gives me an opportunity. The wedding's happening at the chapel on that hill. That's where Romilda's headed.
Okay. Fair dues.
Tidy. I see. Well, thanks for your help.
No problem, man.
Unfortunately, Shiroi, unlike the Fairy Ground in Inokuni 1, this is not a totally tidy town, as you're about to see.
I'll come back to take some photos around here just as soon as the wedding's over. It really is a lovely little village.
Or is it?
Yes. Well, if you like it so much, man, why don't you get married like Romilda, eh? Then you'd be part of the village forever and ever.
Oh, sorry.
Ever.
I have an answer for you. He's getting the hell off my back.
I got me
what a
imagining
joke,
Go ahead.
if a nice-looking lady like you got hitched here, it would definitely make the village a happier place to be, man.
What does that mean?
Seriously.
Well, thank you, I suppose.
Yeah, but come
I have a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling that he was more literal with that phrase than we thought.
Red flag. Red flag.
You're welcome, lady. Bye-bye.
Yeah, can we go back to America? That felt safer.
Go ahead, Cherry. That's
Yeah,
very.
he's shaking his head.
Felicia.
Get the fuck out! Get out of here!
That's very nice, Felicia. That's very nice. And yes, the sheep's name is called Felicia.
Oh, the bride's gone to the chapel.
Is everything alright, Professor Sycamore?
I fancy I could be very well off getting married and all that, but, well, you see...
Oh yeah.
Yes, I was just wondering where the groom was. That's
It's interesting.
Like, hey, she could be marrying a woman for all you know.
Well, he's probably waiting for her there. That's what usually happens, isn't it?
Yes, Pedro.
Well, keep a mental note of that, Jova, for one, because there's a bit of backstory regarding Sycamore that not a lot of people talk about because it's only mentioned in one line, but it's an interesting bit
it's very much a blink and you'll miss it bit, but yeah.
Look, that must be the chapel up there. Let's go and see for ourselves.
All right.
All the way up on that blasted mountain. Well, I hope you all brought your hiking shoes.
Again.
Thing is, a lot of Wales is on a hill, so you know, get walking.
So I guess that gives you a lot of good exercise there, Shiroi.
Let me just see
Yep.
here. Wow, she's enormous. A sure sign of happy life. There you go.
I don't know. That's.
Oh, look at that! What's that?
What is that? I couldn't see what that is.
Bugs. What's that line from Timon? Tastes like chicken.
Also, not for nothing, Emmy, but sometimes livestock being fattened is the sign of, well, you know, not the happiest for them, but yes, good nutrition for someone.
Alright, so here's the chapel?
It looks like an ancient temple of doom.
Well, it appears we made it in time for the wedding ceremony.
Also, that windmill
I
is
object!
Look, you don't even know them.
I just have a bad feeling about it.
Something's not right, though. There seems to be a lot of kerfuffle going on. They sacrifice their women to the sheep god.
Oh no.
No, Shiroi, like, remember, we sacrifice people to the cat god so we can maintain our immortality. That's how usually it goes. Say shepherd! Alright, Terry, you're the shepherd. Say shepherd, wait! Hear me speak but once more! This nightmare tortures me! Consumes my soul!
Confession's not till 9 AM tomorrow.
This is Julian. This is Julian. Why must you push her through the chapel door? Why must Romilda face such misery? Get it? Julian and Romilda?
Interrupt you, Professor Layton, to bring you EastEnders, I guess.
I beg, said Shepherd, close that chapel door. My fair Romilda merits not this fate.
It's just as miserable as Romeo and Juliet.
I'm sorry, do you mean
something? Go ahead, Chiri.
Julian, stop it, would you?
What? But I'm a Shakespearean character. I must talk in this Shakespearean theatrical manner.
He loves to hear his voice.
Romilda, though you say this is your will, it surely cannot be what you desire. Deny this custom and refuse its aim.
Listen.
Fuck off.
I'm happy. I want to be the Dragonlord's bride. I'm happy, alright?
I know your face tells otherwise, Romilda. Also,
why does it look like you've got propellers on the back of your head?
It's perfectly placed at the windmill.
The gears turning. So, I guess this is it. Goodbye, Julian. I know it doesn't seem like it now, but you'll be happy again someday. I know.
Sorry, can
I'm
we go back to the
getting,
part where you mentioned Dragonlord? Like, are we in
I'm
Dragon
getting
Quest
Castle
now?
Cagliostro flashbacks.
Oh. Wait. You're trying to tell me that Hino might be a fan of that?
Maybe.
Today we witnessed the union of Romilda and the mighty Dragonlord. A union that will bless our village with fair winds. Yes.
I see, so they sacrificed their women to a dragon.
Come, fair winds, bring your blessed breezes to bear upon our village.
Poor Julian.
Okay, so we really are in Wales.
Hell, even in the Hino version of Romeo and Juliet, Julian and Romilda are still involved in tragedy.
Union, close the chapel door.
Close the chapel door? You're gonna trap the fucking bride in the chapel!
It's a very
That's
secret
the idea.
celebration.
It's part of their tradition, apparently.
Gee, a chaplain is
No wonder Julian is against this. Saint Shepherd, please undo what you have done.
Also, could the person playing the sad piano please stop? It is not the time.
But it is just the time. I was instructed to.
But nothing will change.
I was instructed to play the piano as such, though.
Romilda is now the Dragonlord's wife.
May they be happily wed.
Romilda,
Fucking drama queen over there.
dear sweet Romilda.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, the UFO today.
Don't want to sacrifice
And yeah,
their bride.
and as you can see, Emmy isn't happy about this.
It looks as though the wedding ceremony has finished.
Aurora, I just want to let you know that's not how our weddings usually go.
Yeah.
Aurora, quick, take to the skies.
For the record, I completely blacked out this particular segment of the game from my memory, so I don't know what to expect.
It is a shame you couldn't take any wedding photographs after following the bride all the way here.
Yes, what a shame. We weren't able to get photos of that beautiful wedding.
Something tells me, Aurora, that Emmy's concerned about something else right now.
We didn't even get to see the groom.
Basically, yeah.
What we just saw was not a wedding, Aurora.
It was a sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
And a whole lot more bitches about to die. Oh? No, something is very wrong here.
You think?
Should talk to the man in the blue gown and find out what's going on.
Okay, normally I wouldn't. Normally I would advise against interfering in other people's cultures, but yeah, something's a bit suspect here.
A bit sus, yeah. Alright, everybody, tune in next time where we try to find out what the fuck is going on in this town. So, see you then.
See ya.
See ya.